I just want to make this video to appreciate my Canik MC9, the original version. Um, this thing, when I first got it, had some struggles, but at this point, it is perfect. It runs flawlessly. I've run, I think, over 2,000 rounds through it now. I've had some issues around by the time I got to like 300 or so rounds, but I made some minor upgrades to it, and now it is running super smooth. As you can see, it's been gotten dirty. It needs a little bit of cleaning, the red dot and stuff. I have a mechanic RMSC dot, a mechanic MO1 dot on here. I have a whole grip. This was a game changer. Someone told me to put that on here to control the recoil. You have no idea how much this improves your shooting experience. This was a bit snappy when I first got it. I'm sure you've seen some videos. I'm sure you'll see some videos where the comments is all like, "Oh, you have a weak grip," blah 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 blah. This changed a lot for me. I really appreciate the person who said that. Someone at the range saw me, and he had a TP9 SC. And he told me like to get the whole grip to improve the the snappiness, and I got that, and I have I know it's loaded, so I don't want to keep it around here, but I got the 15 round, this is obviously 10 round, but 15 round sized mags with the extension sleeve. So if you put it up here, this is a nice grip, and the pinky has a place to rest. So when you have it set up like this is very easy to manage and very easy to conceal, because it's very thin and very comfortable to carry. As you can see, this thing is empty. There's nothing here, so we're being safe. But yeah, this was like my very first purchase, and I just want to say I really appreciate this gun, even though the TTI kind of extremely disappointed me because it was a lot more expensive and a lot more shittier than this. I know this had some issues, but this was like a $400 gun, so it wouldn't be surprising to have issues with a cheap gun. But they sent me once they sent me the high force spring here, this thing never failed again. And I also changed out the striker spring with DPM one. That was also a game changer. Other than that, I did a little bit of polishing to the ramps, and I have never had an issue for like over 1,000 rounds, over 1,200 rounds. I was having issues until the first 300 was okay, like there was maybe 1 or 2 failures, and then between 300 and 800 it was just horrible experience. And then after that it got better. The more I shot it, the better it got, and I think for over like 1,200 rounds in the past 1,200 rounds, never had an issue. So it is trustworthy now. I know some people are very sensitive about it. They're like, if it fails once, you don't know what's gonna happen, blah blah blah. But we know it was gonna. I knew it was gonna fail. I was having issues at the beginning, but now I can trust it. Like, I know I don't have any issues anymore, and I run ammo through it that I get ammo that I know will work. I know it's not gonna be problematic. So yeah, I'm happy with it. And some people would say, Glock will never do this, blah blah blah. Glocks are not fun. I'm not accurate with Glocks. I would be actually very nervous with Glocks. Even like my Gucci Glock, I wouldn't trust to carry it. Well, if I'm gonna be shooting it a lot more and getting comfortable with that angle, but like this is my preferred angle to point. So yeah, this is what I would trust over the Glock that I keep shooting low with. So I just wanted to appreciate my Meta MC9. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. Uh, it is a pretty nice gun, and I'm excited about the MC9 Prime that's about to come. But I'll probably waiting. I mean, I could get it honestly. When it comes out, I could just prioritize that. But knowing how these guys deliver their initial products, I just do not feel confident at all to get their new flagship. Like the TTI Combat was supposed to be the flagship, and it was just a shit show. It was a terrible, terrible release. It just everybody was having issues except for those extremely staunch fanboys of Canik. I like Canik. I love Caniks. I love the looks, the whatever. But they're not paying me a dime, and I'm not gonna be like defending Canik just because my Canik works. If people are having issues, they're not being mean or they're not being rude. They're having issues. Like this was my first gun. Like I knew very little about guns when I first got this, and it was just a horrible experience. It was just terrible. Imagine like you're so excited to get your first gun and it's just garbage. That's what the TTI was. It completely turned me off of Canik. It was just a terrible gun, and it was not just me. Like if it was just if I was the outlier, I would have accepted it. But just go look on YouTube TTI Canik issues. There's a ton of TTI issues, and the people like there's a Reddit group. I used to complain over there because I thought it was a community. It was not a community. It's just fanboys just fanning out, and you can't say negative things about your experience. If you're having a negative experience, you just have to be nice and be friendly and don't call it shitty. Like that's bullshit to me. If it is, if a product is shitty, you should say it's shitty, because there are people that are super excited to get it and spend their hard-earned money, and we're out here just lying, pretty much playing nice. We're lying, and I don't appreciate that. And just as long as you're not like intentionally trying to destroy the company, just tell them to do better. If it is shitty, just say it's shitty, and it was shitty, and I didn't enjoy spending my hard-earned money on a gun, and just to be told, oh, your grip is wrong. Like what? What are you talking about? Like like a working gun, like my I have the same grip with my other gun, and I don't have any issues. Like with my Walter, for example, I don't have any issues. So don't tell me the grip is wrong. Like if a gun functions only if the grip is right, that's a problem. That's a problem by itself, because there's a ton of different type of people. Not everybody has strong hands. Maybe my hands are not strong, I don't know, but I expect it to go bang when I pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? So like this is not about, like, you can tell me like my accuracy is bad because my grip is wrong. That I understand. That is something that can be worked on. But the gun going bang just because unless you're like extremely limp wristing it to a point where you're holding it with two fingers and just like just letting it go up and down like crazy. Yeah, anyway, I think I get very upset with the TTI. So yeah, I mean, take my comments with a grain of salt. I have the TTI working now. Like I don't have any issues with it. For the past, I would say, I think I ran 2500 through it or so, because I tried everything. Like every week I was like tweaking a little things, cleaning it up. Like, I mean, let me show you some of the stuff that, let me not show you on this gun, but some of the stuff I was experiencing with the TTI. Some of the stuff, like some of the plastic around here was just peeling off by itself without me doing anything. So I was like, I looked at it. I mean, this is your flagship. You're charging, that's the most expensive thing they had at the time, especially. That was the most expensive thing they had on their roster. That was the flagship. That was like the big new release that everybody was excited about. That was the that was the greatest thing on their lineup, with the comp and like the TTI thing and just the John Wick thing attached to it. Like that was your peak, pretty much. That was your peak production, and it was completely filled with so many issues. That is, as a company, you should look at yourself and say, this should never happen. I hope this never happens with the Canik Prime, because I'm very excited about that. I love Caniks. Again, this is no hate to Caniks. I love Caniks. They're affordable. They give you a lot of options. As a new gun gun owner, there's a lot of things that come with it. I still use to this day. This is like, for example, this is a Canik rod that I used to clean all my guns with. Even like everything comes with it, so it's a nice thing to have as a new gun owner. But you have to understand, when you position yourself in that position, in that space, you have to give reliability. You have to give, even if things go wrong, I understand, but not at scale. Like the TTI release was, everybody was having issues. Literally every reviewer that gets it, especially that's not getting paid by Century, or that's not getting sent stuff, that people that bought it pretty much immediately were returning it. If you go and watch people that are obscure like me, like I have 500 followers, people that have very little followers, go watch them. If you want real opinions, go watch those guys, because the big guys, they'll just give you the rave reviews, and then they'll say probably maybe the angle is wrong, maybe like they'll just pick something that you really don't care about, not like the actual problem of not going bang, the actual issue of not feeding right or not extracting. All that stuff will not be told to you. That you have to experience. So that's why I kind of started this channel, because I had like a bunch of stuff recorded, but I was so disappointed with the experience. I just didn't even release it. I had a lot of things to say at the moment when I was getting it last summer, and I just decided not to say it because I was very upset, and I wanted to calm down before I make a comment on those guns. So even for the Prime release, I wouldn't get excited. I will wait to see what issues come up, because I personally would not get any Century Arms release until I see a consistent quality release from them. But like, I'm excited about the MC9 Prime, but I will wait at least like 6 months to a year before I review that gun, because one, I'm not spending my money and losing. I don't want them to send me a working copy and give them rave reviews that the working copy that they tested. I would rather buy it by my own money and give an honest review that is not biased to the people. So I'll probably wait for that, but until then, I just wanted to appreciate my Mete MC9, because the original Mete MC9, because it has come a long way. And I gotta say, I gotta give them props, to be honest. I shitted on Century Arms for a minute, so let's give them props. when issues come up and when you ask them to send you parts, they're very responsive. They, at least for me, like they sent out the springs very quickly. They didn't ask me to send them the gun. That hasn't happened, but yeah, the like when I asked for springs, or they just said okay, and then they just sent me the tracking number and it showed up in like 2 days. And that I have to give them props for, because they're a company. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of jobs involved. So I don't want them to disappear from the face of the earth. I just want them to do better. That's all. With that said, I'm excited about the MC9 Prime, but I'll be waiting for 6 months. I will intentionally watch people that are up secure, that are having issues, to see what problems come up with the new release. But until then, I would be enjoying carrying and taking care of this baby. So yeah, that's about it. And thank you for watching. Always support, follow if you want, subscribe if you want, and that's about it. Comment if you have any issues, complaints, or appreciation posts. I appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. Bye.